cross over to Mel Miendo. She's joining me live. She was following the Ruaraka land dispute. Mel, what's going on from where you are?
Parliament buildings. This is where the Lands Committee had asked the county government of Nairobi, together with one individual, to come and speak on matters with regards to the Ruaraka land saga. Now, we know that Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko was asked to come, but he didn't come. He however asked for the CEC Lands Charles Kerich to come, as well as his PA was here as well. So some of the things that they had been asked is to bring documentation. About 3 questions they were asked by the Lands Committee, and they brought that documentation. However, other questions cropped up with regards to public participation, allotment of land, and they did not have documentation for that. So they were asked to bring those documents at 5 p.m. today and table that to the Lands Committee chair, that's Rachel Nyamae. Now, one other person that was asked to come is an individual that was mentioned, and that's Jackson Gari Nguyu. We were showing that to you live, and he was speaking, saying that his life is threatened. Now, the story about Jackson Gari is that he's one of the company members as to the private company that was allotted that land. This land is in Ruaraka, and it has the Ruaraka Secondary School and the Drive-In Primary School. It's on public land, but private company was given that allotment of that land. So Jackson Gari was here saying that the MD of the company that was dealing with that is actually threatening his life, and that he has nothing to do with him, and that he has his money. So it seems like a saga that is actually still continuing. Something else that we've seen this week, on Monday, we saw the Ministry of Lands come to the Senate committee, as well as the Education Ministry. The Ministry of Lands was with the Cabinet Secretary Farida Karone was speaking, and the Education Ministry was with the Permanent Secretary, that is the PS, and that's Belio Kipsang. Conflicting reports they gave. Lands Ministry is saying that this land in Ruaraka is actually owned by a private company, while the Education Ministry is saying we have the Ruaraka Secondary School, we have Drive-In Primary School, and this land was allotted to the ministry, and so it is public land. Today, here at the Parliament buildings, we got that information from the county government. CEC Lands Charles Kerich mentioned that it is on public land. So it's still conflicting reports from the Lands Ministry, from the Education Ministry, and now the county government of Nairobi. So it's continuing. We are hoping that they will actually bring those documents at 5 p.m. as been asked by the Lands Committee. So it's something that we are still following here at Parliament buildings. Trevor.
Thanks, Mel. That's Mel Miendo speaking to us live from Parliament with a comprehensive analysis of what's going on there. We'll touch base with her later on. In the event there's something that happens, like she said, the documents should be delivered by 5 p.m. Governor Mike Sonko was expected to appear, did not appear. There have been conflicting reports between a company and Ruaraka School, which it claims the same piece of land, though the government also admitted that the due process was not followed.